I read this New York Times piece tonight with a real sinking feeling in my heart that actually the relentless attacks by Meghan and Harry are beginning to really stick in other parts of the world about our country and about our monarchy.
Well, good evening. A very good friend of mine defined ethical. Being ethical means knowing what is right and having the courage to do what is right. As a former policeman, what I haven't seen one iota so far is evidence. And unfortunately, people like Clarkson give grease to the story. He doesn't represent you, he doesn't represent me, and he doesn't represent 99% of this country. I take great umbrage as being classified quite often as a police officer or an ex-police officer as racist. I resent it, and I resent those who have the audacity to actually come out with this palatable nonsense with little or no evidence. The whole issue, if they gave that 100 million to charity, I'd have more respect, but I don't think they have.
No, and you know what, Di? I get called a racist all day long on social media now as a direct result of Meghan Markle levering me out of my former job, in which she basically inferred if you didn't believe her about everything, you must be a racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body, nor have I ever said anything racist about Meghan Markle. No one can find anything I've said. And yet, it got so ridiculous, even Sharon Osbourne was fired from a job she loved in America because she said I was entitled to my opinion, and for that she was called a racist sympathiser. This is how mad it's got. But this is the damage that's done. The royal family right now in America are perceived by many people to be callous racists without any, as you say, Di, any actual evidence to support any of these claims. And, you know, I mean, Di, on a wider point, where does this leave the monarchy? What should they do? I mean, the historic position of the current family is you just don't respond to this kind of thing. But are we reaching the point, and I always think that never complain, never explain is a good mantra, the Queen Mother's mantra for being popular in the public eye if you're a royal. But are we reaching a point where they need to return some fire?
Well, sometimes the royal family need good advice. Their protection officer quite often give good advice and they listen. In this case, I don't think they should apologise. I thought they were wrong in respect of Lady Hussey. In my opinion, and a lot of people disagree, she had nothing to apologise for. I felt, and I said it either on your programme or others, they were wrong to jump to conclusion without hearing all the facts and actually interviewing Lady Hussey. But we are where we are now. I just hope that doesn't set a precedent, because it would be wrong. And yes, would I invite them to the coronation? Certainly not. From a security point of view, it would all about them. And unfortunately, they have caused, as I've said in the Telegraph fairly recently, in my opinion, there are nutters out there who could cause harm to not only the royal family, but also those in America. The fixated threat assessment of the FBI and CIA, and I went to Los Angeles years ago to discuss this, there are literally thousands in America. They're doing nothing to support their safety or their cause. They are completely, their moral compass has gone skew-whiff, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think, I mean, look, I don't think anyone...
So to anyone.
I don't wish any harm on any of the people involved in this. Harry, Meghan, any of the royal family, none of them. Absolutely clear about that.
But they're going to get harm if they carry on like this,
Right,
Piers.
I think all of it is...
Yeah,
I agree. I think all of it is incendiary, and this book that's coming out will be even more incendiary and pour even more fuel on the fire. But my question about the coronation, I've got to be honest, why would two people who despise the monarchy and everything it stands for, who think that the royal family are a bunch of racists, why on earth would they turn up at the coronation? Why would they? I'll tell you why. Because that's where the money is. If they're seen at the coronation, next to all the major royal players, that is gold dust for their next Netflix series. And there, right there, is the hypocrisy that underpins everything these two do. Got to leave it there. A good debate. Natalie, thank you very much indeed. Di, thank you very much.